you on my level, give you what you need. Wanna watch me as I walk, slay, serve, repeat. Lean in just a little, I feel your body heat. Wanna watch me as I walk, slay, serve, repeat. Put you on the level. Wanna watch me as I walk, slay, serve, repeat. Lean in just a little. Wanna watch me as I walk, slay, serve, repeat.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of I Live for This Review podcast with myself, Chantel Sparkles, and
Trinity the flower today, bitch.
yes, honey, that flower is blooming, honey.
Yes, my rosebud is out.
I was about to say that bud is out. I'm so excited. Speaking of flowers and buds, this episode is definitely blooming. I feel like this was a fierce episode. This is where people get to tell whether or not someone is a funny drag queen or they're mediocre. And this is the roast of cooking. So
Yes, but before we begin the review of the episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and subscribe is the most important, but like, subscribe, and comment on all of our season 17 review episodes for your chance to win this merch package and wig giveaway worth $1,000. You're going to get merch from each one of the season 17 girls, as well as my merch, Chantel's merch, Glitter Bomb Wigs merch, I Live for This Review merch, and a bunch of other shit. Plus, like you saw in the review earlier, this fabulous wig that Chantel made.
yes. And honestly, you're wearing a wig right now. So y'all get to see all the good things that Glitter Bomb Wigs offers.
Yes, bitch. Is this wig that you have on? It's giving Hormona Lisa, but like the current.
What's so funny is when I was styling it, I said, we are definitely bringing back Mona Lisa. This is the iconic bob. She's just split down the middle. But yes, in memory of Hormona Lisa.
Cheers to that, bitch.
Cheers. So we're going to get started with the episode. So the girls walk in, and everybody's sad that Corey is gone. Obviously, her personality was very infectious, but that drag was not, honey. But Lexi is mad that she hasn't won anything since the talent show. What do you think of that?
I mean, first of all, I would probably be a little in my feelings too if I hadn't won anything since the first episode too. But the thing is there's nobody else to blame but yourself. If you're not rising to the occasion, then that's not any of these other girls' fault. I mean, if you're just not giving.
You should have said, I don't know, because I've never not won a challenge.
Well, that's not true. I have been in the bottom, and when I was in the bottom, I was gracious about it and didn't bitch and complain about so and so, beating me and how they didn't deserve to win. And anyway, we'll get into more of my feelings about how Lexi is acting this episode.
But everybody is proud of Jules for the win, which is very good because she deserved that win. She slayed the challenge. And that's pretty much all that I had to say for that part of the episode. And then right after that, the girls enter again for another day.
Hold on. To touch base on that, Lexi does seem really bothered. Like, she's like clapping in this like shady kind of way. She's like flipping her hair. And this is the thing. I said this last week. Lexi's design was good. Like, she had a good look. Mm-hmm. But the reason why she didn't win was because it did not look like the designer.
Betsy Johnson.
Yeah, it didn't look like Betsy Johnson's design. It looked like the designer she ripped that design off. It literally was not an original design. She literally took that veil idea exactly.
It was exactly
like the one she saw. What's her name? That girl. Anyway, one of the models. She literally made it exact. And that's fine if you want to reference, but don't be mad that you didn't win when it wasn't original. And it wasn't Betsy Johnson. It was a whole different designer. That's why you didn't win. And So
She's kind of played safe too throughout all the different episodes. Like the acting challenge was kind of mediocre, no tea, but like there's a lot of good talent on this season. So you either got to step your pussy up or you fall into the back line.
and that's the thing. It's like it's not just one episode. It's like you did great the first episode, and the rest you've been kind of floating by, and that's nobody else's. That's no tea. It's just facts.
Yep.
And this childish attitude is a turnoff for me, sweetie. I mean, you're 33 years old. There's no reason for you to be acting like this.
Yep.
Especially when you have Sam, who is like in her 20s, and the times that she's not gotten great critiques from the judges, girl, she takes it, says thank you, and moves on.
And she applies it.
Girl. Lydia also calls out Sam for the dress she made and said it looks a little basic. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, you're going to call her out when, one, you were in the bottom and she was safe. And two, your outfit was so hodgepodge bullshit put together, had so much stuff. They're literally opposites. Sam's was well made. Hello.
My damn camera keeps like getting fuzzy on me, bitch.
Yeah. Sam's was well made, and Lydia's looked like some bullshit. And you gonna get mad about that? Well, I digress.
Yeah, they always got something to say about the girl that's the polished one.
Yep, always.
You know, and then there's the queen that's like you said, the hodgepodge, like no tea, like the ones that are really creative and they glue a bunch of shit together. It's like stay in your lane and be creative, be nice, and be grateful to even have this opportunity, and just do your best. And if you're good, you'll shine above the others. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's all that I had really said too. Then after that, there's a new day. The girls enter, and Michelle walks in instead of RuPaul, and everybody is just surprised. They're like, what's going on here? Because obviously this never happens.
Right.
Why do you think that Michelle walked in instead of RuPaul?
I just think sometimes that they let Michelle have a moment, and sometimes she does. Not often, but sometimes. It makes me think, because they let Michelle host Down Under, and they're plugging Michelle in more and more. It makes me think that Michelle's going to start taking over more and more.
I don't know, because I just saw something online. I didn't get to watch the whole video, but RuPaul in the caption said that she's so grateful for Drag Race and how she's been at her lowest before, and she's not getting off of Drag Race anytime soon.
I didn't say that. I didn't say she was quitting, but I'm saying that she's delegating more
work. Yeah.
More work for Michelle. So it's less of a load for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One episode of her coming in is not, it's not here.
Listen, if you had the show and you had me, I'd come in there and I'd clean house.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly.
I'd be like, go get your beauty rest. I'll take care of things.
Yes, ma'am.
So after that, Michelle announces that they're bringing back the Badunkadunk tank.
Ooh.
And I immediately
The girls are cracked.
Oh, yes.
The girls are cracked. They think somebody is being saved.
Yes. And everybody's just like, oh my God, what's going to happen here? I immediately thought, oh my God, this is taking me back to, I think, season 5 when the girls had to do the dunk tank and drag and like do a photo shoot or something.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Detox had that fierce pose.
Yeah.
Underwater.
I was like, oh, I'm excited, but then they didn't end up doing that. They were just saying that we're going to have the girls sit in the tank and we're going to ask you questions, and if you get the question wrong, then you get dunked. And I thought it was funny because, like, I think every single one of them got the question wrong, didn't they?
Well, I don't think it was even set up for that. I think it was set up for, it doesn't matter what they answered, they were getting dunked.
That's what I mean. Like, it was just like, nobody got it right. You're all getting soaked. I thought it was funny. And then right after that, Michelle announces that this is the official episode for the Villains Roast.
Yeah.
And I think that, yes, I'm excited. I think that it was also cool that they did something a little different because I don't think they normally do a Villains Roast, do they? I
think each time that they have a roast, it is a different theme. So it's their first time doing a Villains Roast, but like, they've had different kinds of roasts before.
I'm glad that they're doing the Villains Roast because I'm so tired of the like cookie cutter, like smile and wave people. Like I'm ready for people to just speak their mind and just let people have it. Obviously be respectful and nice, but like I miss the TV where people would just say what's on their mind and just, that's that.
Right.
like New York Pollard, and also House of Villains. Like they're kind of bringing that back too, which I thought was cool. So I'm glad that they're doing something a little different with this.
Yeah.
But they brought back 3 villains from iconic Drag Race seasons, and they announced that Mistress Isabel Brooks is one, Candy Muse, and Plain Jane.
All very villainous.
Yes.
Very villainous, bitch.
Now, who do you
Shady.
think is the most villainous?
I would say it's a tie between Mistress and Plain Jane. Candy is kind of villainous, but
Yeah.
I think Candy's more of a, like, she's just a real bitch. You know what I mean? Like, she's just gonna say what's on her mind. I think the other two say things sometimes to be mean. I don't see Candy saying stuff just to be mean. I think she's just very blunt.
Yeah, I can see
Um,
what you're saying now. Because at first I was honestly going to say Candy, but now that I'm like dissecting what you're saying, there really isn't any moments where she deliberately comes for somebody like she
right,
did with like a mandatory meeting, Plain Jane did, and
right.
all that. So yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
yep.
Now, who do you think is the most out of those two?
Mistress.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I've watched her YouTube channel a few times, and I'm like, damn, this bitch is shady,
yeah, yeah.
and I
I,
live
I
for it.
think that I think like Plain Jane has some like deep cuts too sometimes, but a lot of her shade is like a little playful.
Hmm.
But Mistress sometimes
She
has
goes for
some
the
like deep cuts.
Yeah,
For the
she goes for
girl.
the jugular.
Yeah, and it doesn't always come across playful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, since Jules won last week's challenge, she's in charge of the order of putting the whole roast together.
Hmm.
And so Lexi and Arietti are pissed right off the bat for the placement because Lexi wanted to be, didn't she say she wanted to be last?
She did want to be last. Yes,
Yeah, and she wanted to be last, and Arietti just wanted to be,
in the
I
middle
think,
somewhere.
in the middle somewhere. And
Yeah.
so when Jules went over to go and write what she was going to put in order, I feel like she did pretty good with putting everybody where they're supposed to be. Don't you think?
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the other girls think. She was given the job of making the lineup.
I get
She
that, but
didn't
I
have
think
to ask.
still,
She didn't have to ask these girls where they wanted to go. She could have placed them however she wanted. And the thing about Jules is she's a nice girl. She's not a shady person. She doesn't do things like out of spite or to be
right.
shady. And she was too nice about it. She should have just done the lineup how she wanted to do the lineup.
Well,
And
honestly, I think she did because like she did put people like in places where some people could probably be mad, but then at the end of the day, this is a roast, and you have to stand out. You have to push it, and regardless of whatever placement you're in, you still gotta to do it. You know what I mean? You still gotta turn it.
yeah, and like out of the two that are really mad, Lexi has no business being mad at
No
all.
business.
She got exactly what she asked for, and she's pissed because Jules put Susie right before her. But girl, you didn't say that. All you said is you wanted to go last.
Yeah.
How is Jules supposed to know? And who cares? And
It's-
with that being said, be careful what you wish for.
I
Girl,
was just gonna say that. It's literally
asked
reminding me.
for last. She
It's
gave you
reminding.
exactly what you wanted. Now, Arietti, I can see how she can be a little um upset, but not to the extreme of what she was.
She was so dramatic.
She was so dramatic about it. I can understand how it would be like kind of like a cut that your friend put you right before them, thinking that you were going to do bad and make them look better.
Well,
But
why
at
not
the
do better?
same time, if you're going to be bad, you're going to be bad no matter where she placed you.
That's what I said. Like, it don't matter the placement. If these are your jokes that you got, regardless of where you're at, you're going to either bomb or you're going to excel.
Yeah.
And in this case, she bombed.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that. So right after that, the queens have to get ready for the roast, and they all get to have a one-on-one with comedian Whitney. I forget her name. Do you have her last name?
I don't remember. Whitney Cummings? Is it
I
Cummings?
think it's Whitney Cummings. It's one of those. Oh, okay, yeah. So Whitney Cummings, which is, I guess, an iconic comedian. I didn't know who she was, but she was absolutely stunning and she was hilarious.
Mhm.
And they get to sit with Michelle and go over all their jokes, which I thought was kind of interesting because they don't normally do this.
Right.
And I thought it was a pretty cool, like, mini masterclass on getting to really go over your jokes. Not only with just you one-on-one with Michelle or like the comedian, but like everybody at the table so you can kind of see what they're doing.
Right.
It was cool. I thought it was a good take. And right off the bat, when Whitney's going over all like the tips and tricks and stuff, she looks over at Lydia, and Lydia is just yawning, bitch. And she's like, "Do you have a problem?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "I'm sorry, I'm not tired." And she's like, "Well, you're tired, bitch."
Yeah.
I loved it. And then right after that, Anya starts calling Susie out because she's going over her jokes. And because Susie's over here playing like, "Oh, I'm not that great. I'm not that good, whatever." And Anya's like, "No, bitch. This girl over here is cerebral. She's playing games with you."
No,
And
she's not cerebral. She said because Susie made the point that her jokes were too cerebral that they go over people's heads. And
I misunderstood what she said.
and Anya called her out and said, "No, bitch. I understand every joke you've ever said.
Yeah.
Don't
that's
act
how
like
she
you're
said it.
smarter than me."
Yeah. I felt like that's something that you would say.
Oh, girl, completely. If the girl's coming in trying to play down so they can get ahead, I mean, girl.
That's what I meant, though.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
So she's trying to play it down and like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do good." And Anya's like, "Bitch, she's about to try to turn it. She's playing stupid."
Yep.
Which I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
And then Arietti starts peeking over at Jules' paper, and she's like, I mean, we already know Arietti's already pissed. She's saying in the confessionals that she's just over it. I mean, this is like drama central. And she's looking over at Jules and she's like, "I'm gonna steal some of her jokes if she wants to be like this bitch."
Yeah, she says that exactly in her confessional. She says, if you want to be shady, I'm going to be shady too. I can play this game too. And so she says in her confessionals, she's going to steal some of Jules' jokes. Why on earth, if you are in a setting where everybody's sitting beside each other and it's a competition, why would you let your jokes just be sitting there?
I was thinking the same thing because
Sorry to interrupt you. And in enough time without covering them for somebody to literally jot down all of the word for word of your jokes. While the girls are getting ready, there is so much tension between Arietti and Jules. And Arietti's like literally packing up her shit to move stations. And Jules looks over at her and is like, "Are you moving?" And it's just so immature. It's just so
dramatic.
like, girl, like what in the world? And this is all before they even do the roast. So this entire time, Arietti knows she's about to fuck over Jules because she stole some of her jokes. And this entire time, Jules is saying she's so sorry that it's not, she wasn't meaning it to be shady and just apologizing when she did not need to apologize. And Arietti knows exactly what she's doing. So that's why she's probably moving, because she's like, "Well, girl, I don't want to be near her after I, take her jokes."
Yeah, it was really awkward because like when I saw her picking her stuff up and she was like, "Are you mad at me?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm packing my shit."
I also want to say this too, like while they're getting ready, Lexi has a mouthful again. I feel like every episode, Lexi is starting something or saying something and then apologizing every single episode. And I will say this, I don't know Lexi that well, and I know obviously by watching her on the show, she has a lot of things that she's been through, and that does weigh on you, especially in a high pressure situation. But at the same time, that is not an excuse to act the way that she's acting, and it just makes her look bad. It makes her look bad. I've seen online where so many people are like, I was rooting for Lexi at the beginning, but now, she's left a bad taste in my mouth, and it's like literally something every episode. With all that being said, we're reviewing the episode, and so that's why we're giving our opinion. Don't send any of these girls hate. Like, honestly, It's not that big of a deal, and they're all okay now. So this is just for the sake of entertainment and giving a review of what we've watched. Don't go to Lexi's page. Don't go to Arietti's page. Don't go to Jules' page, and spew hate to them. Like, girl, it's TV. They're feeding us. It's great TV. It's so entertaining, even though some of the girls are shady. But don't.
But Lexi, yeah. But Lexi, while she's sitting here like having her moment and like freaking out, Susie is also telling her that she seems like she's in her head, and Lexi's like flipping out, and like you said, having that moment and then apologizing.
Girl, Anya looks at.
I was about to say.
Yes, say it.
Anya is living and tells Jules, "You have officially wrecked these bitches."
Yes, and she has unintentionally. I really don't think Jules did anything on purpose, but she has wrecked them, literally. Like, it is so.
It literally looks like the house is crumbling and falling apart as they speak. Like, just.
The house is on fire, bitch.
Explosions in the background, and she's just like.
Yep. Yep.
And I live for it.
Me too.
But yeah, we both know that Jules obviously didn't do that to be shady, but it's still funny. It's good TV. But right after that, RuPaul actually walks out, and she immediately, I was like, I want to give this great pussy. I really do.
Completely.
I want to give this great pussy. The only thing that I did not like was the hair.
You didn't like the hair? Oh my God. I absolutely love this hair.
I didn't like it. I like it, like, obviously for RuPaul, this is RuPaul's iconic style. I just wanted to see something, because this is so edgy, this look. It's like, it's kind of slutty.
I love it all.
The hair is kind of giving me grandma.
The hair is giving me like Tina Turner, and this look is giving me very 80s. Like, I love it from head to toe.
I loved it too. That was the only thing that I did not like. Wish that she probably would have had like some bracelets to like tie in the necklace, because like she really
balance that out. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I really wish that she would have had that. Maybe like a little bit bigger of an earring, but girl, this is just me nitpicking because like this RuPaul. RuPaul looks fucking stunning. And for me, I'm going to give this a good pussy. I want to say great pussy, but the hair is really what I clocked.
Girl, I'm living for the hair. I love this hair on RuPaul. I love the color. I love the style. I love everything. I agree with you about the bracelets. If you're going to wear a chunky necklace, you need to balance it out with at least one bracelet.
You know what I also want to see?
What?
I am not a fan of the corset that she has underneath that's white. I really wish that she would have something that's a little bit more her skin color.
Yeah.
Because then it would
I get that. I could totally see that. But even with those minor things, she, to me, looks incredible. This is a great, great pussy to me. I just love it. I just love it.
Yeah, she still looks good. Moving right over to Michelle Visage. And she's in this like little cocktail dress. It has like a snake cut out. What do you think of this?
I love the dress. Love the shape of her shoes. She looks beautiful in the face. I'm not a huge fan of this hair. I feel like the pony is a little too low.
I was going to say the same thing. Or she needs to just have a little bit more height in the back.
Yes. But overall, she still looks great. And I'm going to say pop star. And I wanted to say this. We haven't explained this game we play with Michelle because it is a departure from what we normally do with everybody else. Somebody asked in the comments this last episode, how are we judging Michelle? Well, we always say she either looks like a pop star or an old lady.
She goes to the extreme and she looks like an old lady.
Yes, depending on her hairstyle, sometimes the outfit style. And so we either judge it based off, does she look like a pop star or does she look like an old lady? And tonight, to me, even though I don't love the hair, she looks like a pop star.
Yeah, pop star. She just needs a little more height in the hair.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much it with those looks. I do want to say that the transformation that comedian, what was her name? Whitney? Was it Whitney? Whitney. The transformation she gave, I was gagged.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Because like when she was at the table, she just looked, she had the little ponytail and she looked, very normal. And then when she came out with this full beat, I was like, I'm living. She looks
Yeah, bitch.
gorgeous.
She's like, I'm in drag tonight, honey.
Yeah. I love the straight hair. She looks stunning.
So we're gonna start out with the roast before we look at the runways of the girls. We'll start with Anya. I feel like Anya did really good. I thought she could have easily been placed in the top. I could see why they placed her just safe, but I thought she was funny. I thought she was natural. I thought her jokes were good.
Yeah, that's pretty much what my notes was good. Like, I don't think that she was definitely like the top for me. I felt like she was a good safe.
Yeah. Next up, we have Arietti, and girl, from start to finish, this was a flop. It was bad. It was mainly the delivery. She was very insecure. And girl, I've been there. I know, I understand the pressure and how that makes you feel when you are already in your head about something, especially a roast. But this was a terrible flop.
Well, girl, I was watching too, and do they always play like no music at all? Like it's literally just quiet and everybody's like watching you during the roast?
I mean, when you're there, for sure.
I feel like this, even like the editing itself, they left it straight up quiet, like crickets. And I don't remember that. So if somebody's in the if anybody's watching and can correct me, please let me know. But it was awkward, like awkward.
It was.
And I will say she looked pretty.
Yeah.
She did look pretty. I like the hair on her, but I still don't like that bitch from doing that shit.
I'm taking my personal feelings out from
No,
their
I'm just kidding.
performance, and
I know. It's just a TV show. I'm
Yeah.
just being stupid and being funny.
But no, I mean, you're right, girl. Like, she's a fucking shady ass bitch. But if I was Jules, I would never be her friend again. But
that's what I'm saying. But obviously, it's just TV, and they're obviously sisters now. But the fact that she did that, it bit her in the ass, honey, because
Completely.
she was stumbling. She was trying to say jokes, they weren't landing. She was stuttering.
girl, and then Jules' face as she's telling her jokes, you could tell like she's trying to hold it together, but she's gagged. Jules is
Yes.
gagged.
Face crack. She was like,
Girl, gagged. And when Arietti ended her roast set, she says, "Y'all aren't the villains. The villain is actually
the one that's next.
the one that's acts like your friend to your face, but stabs you in your back." And speaking of our next roaster, I was gagged with that too. I was like, Arietti really was like not playing, bitch. She was
And
like,
that was the only thing that landed when she said that.
yeah. Yeah.
So you can tell like her shade is, which girl, just own it. Be known as the shady girl. And like actually the judges had said that. They were like, just be known for that. Like be
Well,
that
girl, no worry on that, because from start to finish of this episode, Arietti is the villain of the season, bitch.
Yes. Crazy. But enough about her. The next one is Jules.
Mm-hmm.
I think she did really good for the circumstance. The thing about Jules is made for TV.
Yeah.
Like, period. Because she knows how to act on just really good pressure on any occasion.
Yeah.
She rises. Were the jokes funny? Absolutely not. For me, I was like, girl, she did the best that she could with what was taken from her, you know? Yeah. And I'm sure when you have like a whole script that's written and you're sitting here like getting ready to go on, it's like,
in your head.
Girl, I would have literally fucking flipped out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But with the circumstances that she was in, she did phenomenal.
I would say it was not good. It was not good. She looked great. I loved her hair. Obviously, I loved that outfit. That outfit I gave her, I was last year. Was it last year? It was the year after. It was the award season after All-Star 7 when we were all nominated for a VMA. Me and like 2 other girls from our season were supposed to go to the VMAs and accept this award that we got. And that was going to be my look. And we got to LA, and that's when all those strikes were happening, and
I remember you telling me this.
they didn't do a live taping of the VMA, so we had to do some Zoom where we accepted the award. It was some bullshit, but we got the award. But because I never wore that out anywhere except for like just in a picture. I gave it to Jules, and I guess she wore it then. I didn't know that she had worn it on the show, but she looked phenomenal. I don't think she did good. And some of that had to do with
stress.
That she was shaken, but also I just don't think she's a roaster kind of girl. Like she's not good at delivering. At least up until this point, she was not good at delivering a punchline, and that is a talent you have to learn. You really like not everybody's natural with that. But I definitely think that Arietti stealing her jokes threw her off.
Yeah, for sure. But like I said, circumstances, she turned it. Next up, we have Lana, and Lana surprised me.
Girl,
I was gagged.
I was gagged. I was gagged.
Me too. I was like, this is her element. Like, I want Lana to read me. I want her to roast me.
I was so proud of her. Like, I don't even really know Lana that well. I've met her a few times, but I was so proud of her. So impressed. She was not the same Lana we've seen all season. Like, this is a different Lana. Like, I was gagged. I was like, girl. And we'll talk about who I think, should have won and whatever later. But I was gagged. I was so impressed. I thought she did so good.
Yeah, me too. She definitely surprised me. The thing that I put was so good.
Yeah, it was so good.
But next up we have Sam, and she comes out and just letting you know, she was wearing my hair. We saw her.
Yes.
But yeah, she did so good too.
Yeah.
She played into the Southern charm. She was like, "Bless your heart," the stuff that we always
heart disease.
Yeah,
Bro,
bless your heart disease.
And not only that, Lana had brought Sam on as she had owned some of my ancestors, and on the fly, Sam had made up. Thank you for a longtime family friend. Girl, that gagged me because she made that up immediately. Like, she played into that. It was genius. It was funny. Sam is a natural, and so far, girl, I didn't really know what to expect of Sam this season, but Sam has quickly become, like, the front runner with Anya to me.
Yep.
I was not gagged that she did good, but I was super impressed because Sam just owned it, and it was so natural, and it was really funny.
That's what gagged me, is that she just, like, we know that she's Southern, and but she went out and she, like, you could tell that she gave, like, just because I know Sam personally, she gave like I don't know, there was just something different about Sam with this roast.
She's natural. She's naturally funny. She's the Southern timing of, like, when you read somebody, she had on lock, girl. And
yeah, it was just so good.
It was really, really good. And a lot of her jokes seemed fresh to me.
Yes. Definitely. Like, it didn't seem like they were, because some girls, let's be honest, they all go on and they have the jokes written for them.
Yeah.
But to me, like you said, fresh and just fluid, know?
Yep.
Next up, we have Susie, and this is another one that surprised me. I liked her jokes.
Really?
Yes.
See, I thought she...
wait, is this...
Susie.
Girl, again.
Oh my gosh, not again! Not again!
I'm telling you, see, I'm not trying to be shady. It's literally genuine. Like, I get Susie and Lydia mixed up for some reason.
Girl, I cannot believe again.
Why?
They're
totally different.
I know. Why do you keep confusing them?
I'm gagged.
You're getting your twinks confused, bitch.
It's the dyslexia or something. I don't know. Okay, so Susie,
No,
was good.
Lydia. You're confusing yourself
Oh my
again.
God. It's because I have Lydia and Susie literally next to each other. So, okay, let's talk about Lydia.
Are you sure?
Lydia Butthole.
Okay.
Lydia definitely showed her ass because
Yeah.
it was fierce.
She
I
did
loved her.
surprise me. This one did surprise me.
Yeah, she was good just because like she was being kind of yawny when she was doing the jokes, like going over the whole thing, and I don't know, it just kind of Lydia kind of seems kind of airy
A
in a
little
way.
high.
Yeah, she's just kind of like like I don't know, it's hard to describe,
Yeah.
and I wasn't really expecting Lydia to go off like that.
Yeah.
And I thought she was great. I honestly, this is just my opinion, and it was really hard, but Lydia was my favorite.
Yeah, I think Lydia did really good. She did surprise me a lot. I also thought she looked absolutely stunning in this gown.
Yep.
Like this was definitely out of her element from what she's shown us so far in the competition. She was glamorous. It was beautiful. It looked polished. There was
Yep.
not too much on.
Mhm.
I would love to see a little bit more of this edited version of Lydia. Not necessarily always in a gown or you know a departure from her natural style, but this polished and edited version of her, which I
Yeah,
really
it was
liked.
good.
She looked good. She did good. Yeah.
Yep. Definitely a surprise. Now, will the real Susie please stand up? Because it's Susie. So Susie is next. And I thought she was good. To me, it was a little overrated. The way that she was over talked and like, because everybody expects Susie to like turn it. She's that girl
Yep.
that everybody expects to like do good at this. But honestly, Lydia did better than her.
I thought that Susie did good. I thought she was a little robotic. And
Yes.
it just didn't come like the timing wasn't there. Like the
There
joke,
also wasn't a lot of like the robotic thing that you're saying. There was no like ups and downs with her voice.
yeah. Like we want some sass. There was no sass. That's what it was. It was very like she was just memorized these jokes and then she said the jokes, but there was no like personality with it.
I was just gonna say no personality.
Yeah. But it was fine. It was safe. Yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely think Lydia was better.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Lexi,
Yep.
and Lexi was okay. She was the third best for me. Yeah,
Huh, what?
I think she was the third best for me.
You thought she was in the top 3?
I
Bro,
think
were
so.
we watching the same episode?
What did she say again for her jokes? I just remember her
Girl,
making me
no.
laugh.
She was definitely bottom 3. Like 1000% bottom 3. Like what?
What did she say? Do you remember?
I
haven't watched
just
the
remember it
episode in, like,
being awkward and a lot of her stuff was not landing. The only thing that I remember being funny was her comeback to Mistress when she mispronounced.
I think that's what made me like
Mistress.
it.
I liked that one joke. The rest of it was awkward and the delivery was not there and it just you could tell that she was in her head because Susie had just performed before her.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell that she was top 3.
I will say that now that you're saying that, it does make sense. I just haven't seen the episode, and like I said, it goes quick. I'm writing what I think.
I don't even think you watched it. I don't think you watched it.
Well, you called me out, bitch. Sorry. No, I did. Let's replace Lexi with Sam then, because Sam was funny as hell.
I thought we'll get into that. Who was your favorite of the roast?
Lydia.
To me, Lana.
Well, I think you're just saying that because she surprised you.
I think. Well, we could say the same thing about Lydia because Lydia and Lana have been pretty much the same the entire season as far as their track record.
You're right.
So I think we could say the same thing. To me, I just found Lana a little like I liked her jokes more. I also liked Lydia too. I felt like the top 3 were 1000% the right top 3.
Yeah.
But I thought Lana, because I was not expecting it at all, and I liked her jokes, like her humor.
Yeah.
Just slightly more than Lydia. But it doesn't mean that Lydia still did phenomenal. I liked Lana just a little bit more. Who was your worst roast?
Worst was Arietta's.
Completely.
I can't believe I said or Lexi.
Girl, I can't believe you said
Now that you're saying that, I was like, girl, what the fuck am I thinking?
I don't know, girl. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, out of Lana, Sam, and Lydia,
Yeah,
you
I'm
think
sitting here like,
Lexi should have been in the top 3? I was like, you weren't watching the same episode I was, baby.
no, bitch. I
No,
don't know what
baby.
the fuck I was thinking.
No, baby. No.
Read me in the comments, bitches. Let me know. Let me
No,
have it
baby.
because
I
roast
think you
me.
need to check
Roast
your
me.
temperature, bitch. Check your
What?
temperature, sweetie.
Yes.
Because you got the
Please.
flu. Achoo!
Achoo. No.
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 Oh, so let's move on to the runway. And the runway is who wears short shorts. We're going to go back to RuPaul's Drag Race.
Next, we're going to go over the runways. Next, we have Arietti. And she's in this like Pope-inspired look, it seems like. I mean, that's what they said. I thought this was a good look.
Yep.
But there was things about it that I was starting to pick off that I didn't like. For example, I didn't like the little nude thing that she was wearing because it didn't match the tights. Like, is she supposed to be naked underneath? Is that what it's supposed to give, the illusion?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it didn't match. So it was just a huge distraction for me. Also, I don't know how I feel about the white that was inside of the lining. It was a little mysterious, but that's one thing. Also, let's see. Let me look at these shoes. The shoes were interesting because it looks like boots, the way that it's embellished on the tights.
Yeah.
All in all, I think I gave this a, I said good. It was a good pussy.
Okay. I loved it. I can see what you're saying about the white, but it didn't bother me as much as it bothered you. I didn't really clock the skin tone because I was just looking at how gorgeous the headpiece was and how the cape sleeve thing was. I just thought it was beautiful. To me, this was a great pussy.
I was gonna give it great pussy, but because of the nude thing, I just said good pussy.
Yeah, and if you picked up on those things and those were distracting to you, then obviously you got to go with what your judgment is. Those didn't bother me like they did you. So I'm gonna say great pussy.
Next up, we have Jules Sparkles, and she's in this green corseted look with some shorts, big poofy sleeves, a glitter bomb wig. I'll give you what I think.
Okay.
I did not like the hair at all.
Girl.
I hated it.
Did you make your hair?
Yes. So actually, I didn't style this hair. I had because like I said in a couple episodes ago, when Jules came to me to get ready for Drag Race, she wanted me to make all her hair. Plus, we made a couple of things for the runways. So I had to delegate work to people just to be able to get her the hair because, girl, we know how it is. It's super expensive.
Yep. Is this
but
what she asked for?
She did. She asked for like a big poof thing on top so she could put bows all on top. But I think the reason why I don't like the color of this on her face. That's one thing. Two, the way that it was styled, no tea, I love my assistant, but she didn't secure the top part that was fluffy. So it was like moving all around.
Yeah.
And it was just really floppy. It was a distraction. That's really the thing that got me when I started looking at the neck up. The outfit is cute. I just don't. I think it's probably the hair for me because if she was wearing black hair with this, I think I would have loved the look a lot more.
Yeah.
But I think the blonde white color is washing her out so much that I'm hating this green.
Yeah.
The shorts are a little baggy and ill-fitted. When I saw it on the runway, I felt like the shorts could have been a little higher because it made her torso look really long and kind of like awkward looking. But all in all, it looks really, really good as far as like construction and how it's put together. So I said good pussy. I would have said great if she would have just fixed a couple of things, but it's still a good look for me.
I did not like this. I did not like the hair. The hair was awful. I didn't like the color on her. I did not like the style on her. I just did not like this. I absolutely hate the hair.
We
I
need to change the
I
hair.
I don't mind the outfit. My biggest issue with the outfit is she's so padded and like cinched, so she has so much shape down below, and she's flat chested. So it's like there's so much shape everywhere, and then she's flat chested. It just looks weird. She looked like a little boy in drag. I
Oh
mean,
my
like
God.
like
Stop.
no tea. It just wasn't giving. So I didn't like any of it, to be honest. It is well made, and had she wore boobs and different hair, I would have given this a good pussy. But because of the fact that I don't like the hair at all, and she's not wearing boobs, and she needed boobs with this, I'm gonna say hit it and quit it. I also want to point out, though, I am so tired of, and I love Michelle, but I'm so tired of Michelle picking something each season and running
That she
with it.
just wants to, yeah,
She
I get it.
always is saying, like, or she used to say, "Oh, I hate green. Oh, I hate green. So no matter what you have on, I hate it because I hate green." And in this entire season, it's been like, "Oh, I hate Marie Antoinette. I hate Marie Antoinette. I hate Marie Antoinette." When this is clearly not a Marie Antoinette style outfit. There is some like
Victorian, right?
Victorian references, but
Yeah,
it's clearly not Marie Antoinette. And I know
no,
for a fact that it's not a reference to Marie Antoinette.
yeah.
It's just got some Victorian esque things. So Michelle needs to cool it with that. Like it makes her look like she doesn't know her references.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And if you're the judge on Drag Race, you should know the difference between Elizabethan, Victorian, and a straight up inspiration from Marie Antoinette, which this was not.
yeah.
Girl, Michelle, calm
I
down.
think that obviously there's no excuse for this, but I think what really made her think that was the blonde white hair.
But this, even with that, the style is not Marie Antoinette
I know.
style. There's
I
no
know.
pin curls on the side. There's no top bouffant. It's a poof, and it's an ugly wig. Yes, what Marie Antoinette is not. Okay, Marie Antoinette. Okay,
She is definitely Antoinette.
yes, it is not Marie Antoinette. It's Marie Antoinette. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
the wig needs to be burnt.
yes, throw it away. But she looks beautiful in the face. And like I said, hit it and quit it.
Yep. Next up, girl, we had roasted her.
Girl, I'm not. These people can say all day long that we are biased, but if I don't like something, I'm going to say it. In this episode, this was not a good episode for Jules. She
It's
didn't do
giving.
good in the roast, and she didn't do good on the runway.
It's giving
I
little boy
think
crap.
runways matter. I think if these girls are spending money, and we'll get into this too. If these girls are spending thousands of dollars for these runways and spending all this money to get ready for the show, the runways should matter. It should
Same.
be 50% of the score.
I totally listen. I totally agree. It really baffles me sometimes when someone does, because it's happened before where they do bad in the challenge and then they do really good on the runway and they're like, "Well, your runway saved you." I'm like, okay, but why does this not always apply?
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And
It's
in
giving
this
cherry picker.
episode, I'll explain later. This is the same. It's the same thing. They pick and choose when the runway matters and when the runway does not matter.
It's
And
because they're storylines and they're trying to like.
and to me,
But
if you're going to be a fair competition and these girls are spending all this money on something, if that is the case, then it should always matter. And
Yep,
if it's not going to matter, then these girls don't need to be spending all this money on something that does not matter.
that part. And they do listen. They expect the girls to come
They
with like
expect.
fierce runways.
Yeah.
Because listen, behind the scenes, they're like, "Oh, I need approval. I need to send this off to production so they can approve it." I'm like, "Damn, they
When they
really
get
got their
there,
hands in the
sometimes
pot."
they're not judged on it. It's like,
Yeah,
girl, yeah, or some people are given passes, or girl, no. If this is
they
a
got their hands so
competition,
far in the pot, but it really don't matter.
right? Well, it does. It just depends on who it is and
Well, yeah,
when it's convenient. But anyway, I digress. I'm passionate about this because I've done it 3 times, and I have been on the receiving end of where runways didn't matter.
yeah, and I'm passionate about it too because I've never been on
And girl, after reading RuPaul this whole entire season, you're never going to be on.
that part. So I'll definitely be sending RuPaul some anthrax in the mail.
Ah!
I'm just kidding. Next up, we have Lana Del Rey, and she is in this Forever 21 look, girl.
I think this is an exact outfit that.
Replica.
Oh, it's a replica?
It's a replica of Naomi. Is it Campbell?
Yeah, Naomi Campbell.
Naomi Campbell. I almost called her Naomi Sims, because that's the name of that queen that has won Miss Gay America. Naomi Campbell, though, and I think they actually did like a side by side of what it looked like. If I'm not mistaken,
almost exact. Yeah.
Yeah, I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. And the reason is exactly what Michelle said. Like, it's not elevated enough. It's not giving drag. Like, Shea Coulee did something where she did like a big coat for the design challenge, and she sewed all those things together, and it was like drag. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, if you're gonna go out with like a coat like this and like shorts and a top, elevate it. Like, think of ways you can embellish this to make it more drag. And do I hate it because it's just shorts and a top? Yes and no. Because I've seen drag outfits where they've made stuff like this and it looks fierce. So for me, this was a bad pussy because it just did not look elevated. It didn't give drag.
So I get why she wanted it to be a replica, because if that's the reference, she wanted it to look just like the look that she was referencing, which was Naomi Campbell's. I agree with the judges and with you. This is, and I've said this in previous reviews that we did, especially with Gottmik in All Stars, the last review that we did. Just because something is a designer and it's been on the runway does not mean it's for Drag Race. We want to see drag. And this looks like a meet and greet outfit. I would wear this for... I wouldn't even wear this. But if I was going to wear this, it would be for a meet and greet, or it would be to walk around before or after the show, or something like that. This is not a look for the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race. And this is what I'm talking about. She made top 3 with an outfit that was subpar. Yeah. But I still think she looks good. It doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look drag. So for that reason, I'm going to say hit it and quit it.
Girl, you're judging. Girl, you're judging.
What do you mean?
How are you going to say that Jules is bad?
I didn't say Jules was bad. I said Jules was hit it and quit it.
I swear you said bad.
I swear. Rewind the tapes. But if I did say, I'm pretty sure I said hit it and quit it.
Well, either way, this is not hit it and quit it.
To me, it is. Because I'm looking at it like, does she look good? Yes. Is it Drag Race worthy? No. So to me, it's a hit it and quit it, because I think she looks good, and I don't think it was appropriate for the runway.
Well, I respect your opinion, but I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we can agree to disagree.
Yes, absolutely. Next up, we have Lexi Love, and she's in an all denim look. And give us your opinion on this.
I think she looks good. Mm-hmm. It's not my favorite, because I feel like when someone does a denim look like this, it's a cop-out, because literally you're just taking some shorts, some pants, and cutting them up and making them like, hoochie booty shorts, and you're making a cape out of a bunch of shorts. So it's okay. You were talking about Shea Coulee's train thing that she had made. This cape thing kind of reminded me of that a little bit. I feel like it looks like a little homemade, and not that that's a bad thing. I'm gonna say good pussy, because she does overall look good. It's just not my favorite.
Yeah, for me, I said the same thing. Good pussy. It looked a little unfinished. For me, when people do denim and it's just plain denim, I like plain denim where it's like finished lines, very clean and polished looking. But if you're gonna do denim like this, I want bleach.
Also, I want bleach stains. Another thing that I really want from Lexi is I want her to have a more distinction from her everyday look and her drag look. I feel like all she wears is flat human hair wigs, and like
Always.
I want drag. I want more drag.
Yeah, just a little more because she is so pretty and her
She's
makeup is weird.
gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. But I want a little bit more drag, and some rainbow color hair is drag does not make. Okay,
Honestly, I want to see her in a snatched updo that's like just
I just want
full.
like I've seen like she did for one of the acting challenges. She had like a huge Alyssa Edwards like blown out hairstyle, and I want to see more drag. Like I just
Yeah.
like you're in some denim shorts. Like this is a look that she would wear without the cape. She would wear out at the club when she's not doing a show. Like just going out to look cute. You know what I mean?
I
It's
don't
not.
think she would go out to walk around in this big ass cape, but I get what you're saying.
No, I'm saying without the cape.
Oh yeah,
I'm talking
definitely.
about the little shorts and the little top. It's just a
Yeah, this is
we
very
take
walk
away the
around
cape. It's just a
play.
little short and a little top. You know?
Yeah, it's very like in between the 12 o'clock show or the 10 o'clock show, whatever you want to call it. Let's walk around and kiki and network with this.
And again, does she look good? Yeah, it's good. It's cute, but I want more drag. So, but
I will say, I get what you're saying. I will say though, I like how she cut it to where it looks like a star. Did you notice that?
no,
Yeah, around the chest area, you can see it looks like she's got a 5-point star covering her in like just the right areas. But yeah, very much so. Kind of hit it and quit it for me.
I say good pussy because she does look good. It's just not elevated enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want bleach. I want some more like studs or
Yeah.
clear rhinestones.
Yeah, if
You
you're
know,
gonna
give
do
us
this kind of look, grunge it up a little bit, or give us texture, or give us some embellishments, like you said, more drag.
Yeah, and I remember when we were disagreeing on the rainbow hair with the white look in the last episode, and she's wearing rainbow with this look. I don't like the rainbow hair with this.
I just feel like it's just we see flat wig after flat wig after flat wig, and you said you loved that blonde wig with the parasol hat. She recently wore that for a show, and the clip came across my page. It's literally a flat wig that she had put in a ponytail and made it into a messy bun in the back with little tendrils. There's no style to it. There's no
Damn.
style to it. That's what I'm saying. I want more drag. I don't want your hair to look like what you would wear when you're not in drag.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But she looks good. Non-biasedly, good pussy.
Good pussy, hit it and quit it. Next up, we have Lydia B. Collins. I got it right this time.
Okay.
And she's in this like red, it looks like intestines and muscles all over her outfits. I'll give you what I think. I like the concept. That's how Lydia always is though, is like she always does something and we like the concept, but there's always things to it that needs to be tweaked.
Yeah.
I didn't like, I'm going to start from the bottom. From the bottom to the top, that's the wet ass pussy. The bottom part, I don't like how she has black fishnets just on the feet. Did you notice that?
Oh, girl, I got my opinions.
Don't like the black fishnets. I also don't like how her skin don't match that. There's a lot going on here.
Like normal.
Yes. I don't like the panties. The panties are very mysterious.
Yep.
I don't get them. The piece of fabric that's on her arm. I forget what she did with it when she was walking down the runway.
Pulling it out. I didn't understand what it was supposed to be, because like if it was supposed to be like blood, then it would be the color of blood, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
She was like pulling it out and unraveling it.
Yeah, I do like the hair. I think the hair is kind of cool. How it's like
Hated it.
it's kind of mullety.
We've seen that 14 times from her this season.
Have we?
Yeah, it's the same concept of like Sam always wearing that tuck-do. I'm tired of seeing it.
Yeah. It was just there was a lot going on. I'm gonna say hit it and quit it. I'm not gonna say bad, just because I do like the concept. It's something different that I feel like we don't see a lot on Drag Race. And it makes me want to know more about it, or even like help her make it polished, because I feel like it could be a sickening look. So I'm not going to say bad pussy. I'm going to say hit it and quit it.
This was terrible to me.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. I'm tired of Lydia getting a pass for concept. If you have to explain to us what the concept is, no. No. If you were just modeling that out there without the confessionals, like say this was a pageant, I get it, it's not a pageant. But I'm saying if this
But it's
was
still a competition. I get what you're saying.
if this was a different competition where you could not hear the confessionals, which the judges can't hear the confessionals. So I'm viewing this as what a judge would see on RuPaul's Drag Race. They don't know what the concept is. You haven't explained it. Literally just walking out there and we get to see what it is right then and there. You don't understand the concept. I could see this looks like muscle, but then there's like this loofah panty on, and then she's pulling this shreds of loofah out, and then she has a mullet on, and then the feet don't match. It's just too much. I say this every week. I am not giving her any extra points anymore for concept, because if you have to explain it, then it's a no for me.
Yeah.
Secondly, there's no shorts. This entire runway is about shorts, and there is not a short to be seen. And if you look at her Instagram, she posted the look without the panty. So there's no shorts at all in the one that she posted. So clearly, this was just a look that she had in her closet, and she's like, oh, I want to wear this. So let me put this on top of it, just so it goes with the theme, even though it still does not go with the theme. I'm a stickler with stuff like that because these things should matter. This is why this episode makes me mad, because she got a pass on this look, which made her win. And to me, because this look was not good and it was not in the theme, it should have disqualified her from winning. Should she still been in the top? Sure. But she was not in the runway theme.
Yeah.
At all. I'm very passionate about this, and it makes me mad because every week I'm saying the same thing. Lydia needs to edit.
Yeah.
This could have been sickening had you done shorts. If you wanted to be like skin and like skin,
it would have been cool to have skin shorts.
Yeah, girl, if that was the concept, and then we would have known it exactly, because the muscle, I get. The loofah thing, I don't get. If you're going to have skin shorts, then make them look like skin shorts. Make them look like shorts. Period.
And it'd be kind of sickening if she did like skin shorts, and then she had obviously like the bodysuit covering completely like her whole arms and her feet, and like even like some muscles on this little skull cap.
I'm just tired. I'm just tired of it. It's exhausting trying.
It's a lot.
Like watching her walk the runway and all of these messes. Like literally every episode is another mess on top of another mess. And I'm like, I like her. I do like Lydia. I think she's gorgeous. I would love, love, love to help her edit and elevate, and still stay in her style. I'm not trying to make her a pageant queen, but I want her to be the best version of her. And she gives me very newcomer vibes every week.
Yeah.
Very proud of her for her roast, but this was awful. I'm gonna say bad pussy.
Well, I live. Speaking of bad pussy, next up we have On Your Nerve. And for me, I did not get this. I did not get shorts.
It was made out of shorts.
That don't mean that it's shorts.
She interpreted it different. You could tell that the top portion of the thing, it's like an abbreviated booty short.
For me, I mean, I get what you're saying, but when I'm looking at the look and they say shorts, I want to see, like you said, I want to see shorts.
Okay,
I'm
gonna let you say your thoughts without me interrupting you. Go ahead.
That's all I said. Is like I honestly didn't really care for the shorts. Like I mean the slingshot area. Also, I didn't really care for the necklace thing that she had on. I like the concept. I think it's really cool. Mm-hmm. You know, I've never seen something so high cut like this. But at the end of the day, if it's a shorts challenge and we're looking for shorts, I want to see shorts on you. And just because the whole outfit is made out of shorts does not make it like part of the challenge for me. I said hit it and quit it because it wasn't bad. I really liked the look. I think it's very interesting. But It didn't fit.
We are not agreeing a lot this episode. I love this. I thought she looks great. I love the color hair. I like the style of the hair. It's blown out. Her body looks great here. I like the concept, and without her even explaining it. Huh?
I was going to say one more thing.
Oh, sorry.
No. I was trying to piggy off what you said because it made me think. You can see her corset again underneath this.
I didn't notice that, but I did notice her shape. But without her even explaining what the concept was, I understood that this was an abbreviated short, and it was made out of shorts, and so I totally got her concept. Is it the best thing I've ever seen? No, but it was good, and to me, I'm going to say good pussy.
How do you know that this is made out of shorts?
It just looked, to me, when I look at it, it looks like an abbreviated short, like an elongated crotch of a short. Because up around the top, because the top is made out of like shorts, like it's like a booty short.
It's a stretch, just like this stretch completely over her body.
That girl, I have no horse in the race with Anya.
I know, me either.
This is just my thought process. I genuinely got it.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked with Anya. I love her.
I've never met her. I don't know her from Adam or Eve, honey. I'm just saying I got the reference. I got the idea. Unlike Lydia, I didn't get it. I don't get it. And there's a big, vast difference to me.
I said the same thing about Lydia, though. Hit it and quit it. I didn't say good pussy because I didn't think it was good.
Right.
I'm just saying that this is a hit it and quit it.
So, to me, good pussy.
Period. Next up, we have Sam, and this was one of my favorite looks of the night.
Period.
This was fierce. Like, I loved it. I like the fact that there was a strict, like a specific theme. I felt like you looked at it and you're like, okay,
I get it.
We know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I just liked everything about it.
It was accessorized so good. Yeah, it was accessorized good. Her purse was a rhinestone football. The hair weirdly looked athletic, like drag. If you thought of like an athlete drag queen, this is the hair that they would wear. It's almost like tennis balls or something. I got it. I thought it all matched. She had stars everywhere. It looked athletic, but it was very cohesive. And I agree with you. It was one of my favorite looks of the night. It was polished and it was different, and I loved it.
Yep.
And this is another thing. If you're gonna make these girls have a runway and they're gonna spend money on the runway should matter. And to me, this was the best runway of the night. And this should have played into money. This should have played into where she placed. Yeah. And that's me being unbiased, and y'all can hate me all you want. But that's facts.
Yeah. Loved it.
I'm saying great pussy.
I said great pussy too.
Yep.
I did.
Yep.
Next up, we have Susie Toot, and she is in this timely outfit. Is this like 19? Girl, what got me together is I don't want to say it wrong because a couple episodes ago we were talking about with the outfit that she did where it was like the spike thing. And you said, yeah, this look is from the 1920s, bitch.
Yeah. This is probably like the same time period of the references that Jules like referenced. Because you could tell by the plumes, like the shorts, the style of the shorts. They're very similar in style, just, executed differently, obviously.
This look to me was fucking fierce.
Fierce.
It was so rich looking, so put together nicely. The construction to it looked high quality and expensive.
Her makeup looked good with this.
Good. Girl, we both said the same thing. The makeup, it was right.
It was right. The whole thing. I love the shoe. I love that her shoe melted into her leg.
Oh, I didn't even see that, girl. It's giving me life.
Yes. Yes.
And I like the white hands.
Yes.
Oh, I even like that receding hairline, bitch.
Yes. I mean, it's very Elizabethan. Like that. That was popular back then. That's why Queen Elizabeth had such a big forehead. They would pluck their hairlines, bitch.
Yeah. Oh, no, ma'am.
Yes. Or shave them back. Back,
Clap
back,
your
back
hairline.
again, bitch.
It was fierce. Like, this was such a well put together look. I thought it was a great pussy.
I agree with you. This is probably my second favorite of the night. Great pussy.
Yep. Well, that concludes all the looks for the Who Wears Short Shorts theme runway. And now
Oh no,
let's
wait.
talk about.
Who was your favorite?
I was just going to do that, bitch.
Okay, good.
Um, who is your favorite runway?
It was close between Susie, Butthole Collins, and I say that as a joke to you.
Oh my God, stop. I was just looking at the look and I just now thought of what you just said.
Yeah, it was close between Susie and Sam to me. I am going with Sam just because that is an outfit that I would wear over Susie's, but they were both really good. I'm going to say Sam.
I thought the same thing. Sam was the best runway, and then it was Susie for me.
Yeah. And who was your worst?
My worst was Lana's.
My worst was Lydia's. I'm tired of saying the same thing every week. Edit, edit, edit. And she was the only one that was absolutely not in shorts. Like, she was not in theme at all. I'm tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after seeing the runway and the roast, who is your winner collectively overall?
For me, and I know it's probably going to sound like, oh, well, she just watched the episode to wait to see who won. No, I genuinely thought, I was like, Lydia won.
So, I'm saying this because I know the fans are going to say, oh, she's biased, oh, she's biased. To me, I would have given the win to Lana.
Mm-hmm.
But realistically, I thought Sam did equally as good in the roast, and out of the three, she had the best runway. So to me, if you're gonna have something that you judge like a category, it should matter. And both Lydia and Lana's outfits were not good. So to me, that should have pushed Sam just slightly forward. But I'm not mad that Lydia won. I thought her roast was good. I still would have given it to Lana over Lydia because at least Lana was in theme for the runway. But I really think that Sam should have won if you take into consideration the runway and the roast. So,
I'm thinking that too. Now that you're breaking it down, like her runway, like we said, great pussy, it was fierce. And then her roast, it was like so clean.
it was good, just as good as the other two. But but for the sake of these fans who get on my fucking nerves saying that I'm biased, I'm gonna say Lana. Now,
Wow.
who was your bottom two?
Bottom two was Arietti and Jules.
I agree. I thought that this was not a good night for Jules, period. Like, I didn't like her runway. I thought she bombed in the roast. And Arietti did so vastly bad in the roast compared to everybody else, even the other two that were in the bottom. There was no way she was not in the bottom, and her runway could not have saved her.
Yeah, I totally agree. Jules, even though she did her best, the runway was not the greatest. Like, it just didn't. I don't think it represented Jules in the best way either. I think she was just trying to show a little diversity, and it just didn't. It didn't pay off.
I think if like you said, all she needed to do is tweak some things.
Yeah.
Different hair and wear some boobs. To me, that would have changed the entire look. Different hair, wear some boobs. Would have changed it because the construction, like you said, of the outfit is good. The concept of it is not bad. It's just it needed the boobs and it needed a different hair.
I also feel like the actual shorts part of it was just so low. It made her torso look so long.
Yeah. But,
So-
I mean, that's where we're at, and that's who I think should have been bottom two. Now,
And
the
that's what actually
actual...
ended up in the bottom two.
Yeah, the actual winner ends up being Lydia, and the actual bottom two is Arietti and Jules. I'm not mad about this, regardless of Lydia. Like, I think she did great. I'm happy she got a win. She just frustrates me on the runway. And then I absolutely agree that Arietti and Jules were the right bottom two. We find out that they lip sync to Ya Ya by Beyonce. and Jules wins the lip sync, and Arietti is sent home. Do you agree with the outcome of the lip sync?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I thought that it was a good lip sync. I thought Arietti actually did good, but I also think that Jules also did good. And this is Jules' first time in the bottom, and she's been soaring through the competition. Top 3 in the competition thus far.
Yeah.
And Arietti has been in the bottom and already was sent home once. So she was the rightful one to go home. I don't want to talk about the mirror message just yet because I think that
I couldn't even read it.
well, I think from what I could make out from it, it's going to be a big to do next episode, and I'd rather focus on that next episode.
Okay.
Let's move on to Untucked really quick. Anya and Susie are talking in Untucked because they're the only ones that are safe. So, girl, they're like kikiing. And they're voicing everything I feel about Arietti and Lexi. Like, it was so validating to hear this in Untucked because these are the exact feelings that I was feeling about Arietti and Lexi. Everything that they said made sense. I'm like, these are the voices of reason. Like, this is, like, real. I just have to point this out, and I say this every episode. There's something about Anya's mug that is so captivating. She is so freaking stunning.
I've been saying this. Her mug is fucking stamped.
Girl, she's so stunning. She's very round, and like her eyes are so big, and she has a big mouth. She has a beautiful smile. She's just so stunning. Stunning. I think, her runways have been kind of hit or miss. Some of them have been good, and some of them have not. I think after, now that she's been on the show and she's got money, girl, she's going to be unstoppable. Because her wardrobe is going to be on point. Her mug's already there. Her personality's already there. She's already good at everything else. So, so stunning. And I'm liking Susie's makeup for this look. I think she looks really cute. It goes somehow better.
Really cute.
Yeah, it just goes somehow better with this look. And Susie is growing on me. Like I told you last week, there's something about Susie that is growing on me a little bit with her personality. I feel like maybe she's getting a little bit more real sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Especially in Untucked. Lana saying that she thinks Sam will win because she had a great roast and a great runway. It's exactly what I think. And if I was to say that, they would be saying I'm playing favorites. But you know what? I'm not the only one that thinks this. Lana is there, and she's even saying it.
Yep.
I love that the girls are defending Jules. It was so frustrating how Arietti and Lexi was acting this entire episode and in Untucked, and I'm so glad that Anya gathered.
She got them together, bitch.
Gathered them.
And I'm just so glad, too, that the girls really did stick up for Jules because you can see a lot of Jules' character in this moment. Because Jules could have easily clapped back at her and been like, fuck you, bitch. How dare you? Because, like, to be honest, I probably would have done that if she would have stole my jokes.
Oh.
But, girl, I'm serious. But Jules, like, kind of kept herself together. She what?
She held her composure.
Yeah, she really did. And even, like, in the Untucked, whenever Arietti is, like, they're making up and stuff like that, and Arietti's like saying kind of shady things, she's still keeping her composure. Like there's just so many moments that she could have easily just grabbed her and like got her together, like Anya did. But I'm very proud of Jules. I think that it really shows in her professionalism. It shows why she's where she's at because she knows that she knows the right moment to say something.
Yep, and how to say it.
Yes.
I think that the franchise would benefit to have a winner like Jules because she's very composed. She doesn't clap back at the fans. She's not clapping back at these girls. She is very mature and professional for her age. I think having somebody like that would be so beneficial for the franchise because she would know how to act in most
Yeah.
situations. She seems almost PR trained, and I know she's not. But even with Lexi acting a fool this entire episode, after her conversation with Anya, I'm glad to see that Lexi kind of like gets pulled back into reality and sees the errors of her ways, and she genuinely apologizes. I don't know if I would have forgiven and forget so fast like Jules did, but it was good to see that Lexi did that. And I get it. Like, again, I get it. This competition is stressful. She's been through a lot. She's even said she's on hormones and stuff. But, Lexi claimed in this episode that she is mother and that Anya is father. And if that's the case, then don't act like a child.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
yeah.
If you're mother and father, then why are you showing your ass in front of your children?
Yeah. But that aside, it came full circle at the end. Lexi apologized, and then hopefully these girls can move forward from here so this doesn't get in the way of the competition for anybody. Because I would rather whoever's going to win off of their merit and not because they were distracted or they distracted someone.
I just want to cover too when Jules is trying to apologize to Arietti and is not taking it. I thought it was funny when Sam came up to her and she was like, "You okay, girl?" And she was like, "You need to wrap this shit up because you about to slay her."
Yep. Yeah. I love that, like, their storyline has not been so much family, like,
yeah.
But you can tell that they watch out for each other in the sly, so it's not storyline.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. It's definitely not like this, but it is this under the table.
Yeah,
they're like, "I got you if shit hits the fan," but we're gonna try not. It is smart because, like,
because they could easily pit them against each other.
Exactly. I was just gonna say that they could have easily walked in and been like, "We're gonna be besties. We're family. We're gonna do this," and then the show's like, "Let's fucking turn the tables."
Well, this was something that I made sure I stressed to both of them not to do. Like, don't, because that, like, look at Sugar and Spice. Obviously, twins. They were up each other's ass the entire time, and then they were pitted against each other. This season, Lydia and Corey, they ended up being pitted against each other. Now, we don't know what's going to happen the next couple of episodes, but so far, Jules and Sam have not made this a big thing, and so Story has not picked up on that enough to make that a thing.
Yeah.
Which I think is smart.
Yeah, definitely.
With all of this being said, who do you think is going to win the season?
I think it's between... Can I say multiple?
I'm going to say multiple.
I think it's between Sam, Anya,
period,
and Jules.
I think right now in this episode, up to this episode, because now we see Jules dipped.
Yeah.
I think Anya...
I think Jules is carrying, though.
Anya and Sam are so neck and neck with their report card, and I know a lot of fans don't like to fall into that, and even the show doesn't fall into that, but I do. I like a report card because girl, I'm a pageant queen. I like scores, because I like things to be fair. But with their report card, I feel like it's pretty neck and neck. Like with their wins, with their lows, with them being safe, they're pretty neck and neck. It's hard to tell who's gonna win between them two. So for me, right now, they are the top two. They're the two to watch out for. I think Jules could easily shoot right back up again, but she's gonna have to get another win, and she's gonna have to do good the rest of the season.
Yeah, I agree.
I personally think it's Sam and Anya, then Susie, then Jules, then Lexi. That's my top was that 5?
I think it's 5.
Yeah.
Sam, Jules, Anya.
No,
Lexi.
Sam, Anya, Susie.
Sam, Anya, Jules, Lexi,
Yeah, and
and
Susie.
Susie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the top 5.
So that's my order. I think if Lexi has any chance of winning, she's got to come back up because right now she's either in the middle or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
She
she's just
hasn't
fallen
been.
into the back.
Yeah, she's kind of fading into the background, and Susie's kind of like been here or middle, but Anya and Sam are just neck and neck.
Yep, I agree.
Well, that has been our episode this week. I hope you have enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment if you want a chance to win. I was asked when I was in Colombia doing a meet and greet if this giveaway is international, and yes, anybody in the world can enter for this giveaway. We will be shipping worldwide with one winner, and we might change that up next review. We might give away stuff to different people, but for this specific giveaway, it's such a large giveaway, we want one person to win the big one. So
Yeah, for sure.
anybody can enter. Just make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment. We will check all of those, so make sure you do. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow Chantel on all her pages at Chantel Sparkles. Her hair page at Glitter Bomb Wigs. You can now go check out on Glitter Bomb Wigs the video of the hair that she's giving away. Go check me out on TikTok at Trinity the Talk, and we will see you next week.
Bye. Must be so blessed to receive my charity.